Unfortunately, the actions taken today by the White House split us apart instead of bringing us together.
The economic bond between the United States and Canada has long been one of the strongest in the world. But now, with President Donald Trump imposing a sweeping 25% tariff on nearly all Canadian imports, that alliance faces its toughest test yet. This move has sent shockwaves through industries on both sides of the border, sparking economic uncertainty and political friction. Trump's tariffs. A high-stakes gamble. Trump's decision to levy heavy tariffs on Canadian exports is nothing short of a seismic shift in North American trade relations. Canada, which exported nearly $550 billion Canadian dollars in goods and services to the U.S. in 2023, now finds itself staring at a potential economic downturn. Industries that form the backbone of Canada's economy, energy, manufacturing, and agriculture, are poised to take the hardest hit. The energy sector alone faces a 10% levy, while most other goods will be slammed with a full 25% tariff. This move risks disrupting supply chains, hiking up prices, and triggering widespread job losses, not just in Canada but also in the U.S. Every day, the 9,000 kilometers U.S. Canada border facilitates over $2.5 billion in trade. With these tariffs in place, American consumers will soon feel the pinch at grocery stores, gas stations, and retail outlets. Trudeau's emotional plea. A call for unity in a passionate address from Ottawa, outgoing Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau did not hold back his disappointment. "We have stood by America in its darkest hours," he reminded U.S. citizens. "From battlefields to economic crises, we have always had your back. Why are we now being treated as adversaries?" His words resonated with history, painting a picture of camaraderie and sacrifice. Trudeau's message was clear. Canada is not an economic rival but a steadfast ally undeserving of this economic punishment. Canada strikes back. Retaliation is inevitable. Despite Trudeau's heartfelt appeal, Canada had little choice but to respond. Canada will be responding to the U.S. trade action with 25% tariffs on $155 billion Canadian dollars, $106 billion worth of American goods, Trudeau declared, his tone shifting from disappointment to determination. This is not about escalation. It is about standing up for Canada. The first wave of countermeasures, rolling out Tuesday, will target $30 billion Canadian dollars worth of American exports. In the following 3 weeks, an additional $125 billion Canadian dollars worth of U.S. products, including beer, bourbon, fruits, vegetables, consumer appliances, lumber, and plastics, will face heavy tariffs. Trudeau left no doubt. Canada would not be bullied. "We will stand up for Canada, for Canadians, and for Canadian jobs."
Unfortunately, the actions taken today by the White House split us apart instead of bringing us together. Tonight, I am announcing Canada will be responding to the U.S. trade action with 25% tariffs against $155 billion worth of American goods. This will include immediate tariffs on $30 billion worth of goods as of Tuesday, followed by further tariffs on $125 billion worth of American products in 21 days' time to allow Canadian companies and supply chains to seek to find alternatives.
The economic fallout. A lose-lose situation. Trudeau also had a warning for the U.S. The economic fallout won't just hurt Canada. Tariffs against Canada will put American jobs at risk, potentially shutting down auto assembly plants and other manufacturing facilities, he cautioned. "Your cost will rise, whether it's food at the grocery store or gas at the pump." By laying out the long-term consequences, Trudeau aimed to turn American workers and business leaders against Trump's trade war. A rift in U.S.-Canada relations. Trump's tariff plan has not only disrupted trade but also fractured one of the world's closest alliances. Canada, a key partner in military conflicts, economic growth, and global diplomacy, now finds itself on the receiving end of punitive measures from its closest neighbor. Trudeau's emotional yet calculated response aimed to remind Americans of the history that binds these two nations. But with retaliatory tariffs now in full force, U.S.-Canada trade relations are sailing into uncertain and stormy waters, with both nations bracing for the impact of a battle neither can afford to lose.